Hello, everyone. Welcome to our today's webinar. The title of our presentation for today is Publication Success Essential Guides, Part 1. My name is Dr. Chris, and I am your presenter for this webinar. Before we proceed, we have set up the table of contents for this webinar to walk you through on the specific topics that we will be dealing with in our presentation for today. Our first topic in this webinar is to set our publication goals. In order to successfully publish academic articles during your academic career as a postgraduate student, as an early career researcher, or even as an advanced career researcher, the first thing you should do is to set your publication goals. The first thing you have to do is to identify the number of journal articles to be published within the period of your program. If you are doing a master's by research, for instance, then you have at least 2 years. So now within the 2 years, you should be able to specify the number of publications that you target to publish within your 2-year program. If you're doing a PhD, then you have about a minimum of 3 years to 6 years, as the case may be. So within an average of 4 years, you should be able to specify the number of journal articles that you wish to publish within that period. Also, you need to identify the number of conferences to attend. Conference is an important aspect of our academic career. There are numerous benefits of participating in academic conferences. First of all, it allows you to network with people within your field. And you agree with me that networking is very important in our research. Apart from that, it gives you opportunity to get feedback from diverse expertise. Apart from that, when listening to people's presentation, you can identify new research area within your field. It enables you to improve and make your research more impactful. Then, while disseminating your findings to the public, it gives you confidence, because while you present your research outputs, you build confidence, which will help you in your proposal defense, in your viva defense, and even while you give talk to various groups. And presenting in conferences is a good way to build your confidence in public speaking. Then, after you must have participated in a conference, you have the opportunity to publish that conference paper in a journal. Although most conferences publish in a conference proceedings and book of abstracts, but you also have the opportunity to publish in index journal by enhancing that particular conference paper by up to 60%. Then the second thing you need to do is to achieve your publications goals. In order to do this, first of all, you must identify what to publish and what not to publish. You should not publish outdated work. It is not advisable to publish outdated work. If you want to publish an old research, you must relate it with the current trend. Do not duplicate previously published work. It is unethical to publish academic work that have been previously published. If you publish a fabricated result or previously published work, there is a tendency that these articles will be revoked in the long run. And if you have used it to gain a PhD or a master's degree, your certificate will be revoked. You can publish your previous research, like your final year project, your master's or PhD dissertation or thesis, provided it is not outdated. And if it is a long time that you did this research, then you must endeavor to update your references, find out new trends, and align your findings with the recent trend to make your research more impactful. Current research is very important in order to contribute to existing body of knowledge. Another thing you can publish is new and original results or methods. There are various methods. It could be quantitative, using questionnaire survey or other means of survey. It could be qualitative, using interviews or observation. Or you can combine quantitative and qualitative, which is a mixed method approach to impact knowledge. Reviews are also part of a publication work. You can publish systematic reviews, you can publish bibliometric analysis, and you can even publish other forms of review, including critical review. The manuscript that you are providing for publication must advance knowledge and understanding in your field of research. You have to contribute to the existing body of knowledge. In essence, your research must be impactful. You need to identify the right journal for your article. There are several journals out there that suits your research field. You must endeavor to search the right journal. Otherwise, your article will be rejected for not aligning with the scope of this journal. So how do you find out the suitable journals for your publication? While you're doing your research, you will come across several articles which you have cited or referenced while doing your research. So you focus on those journals that publish those articles that align with your area of research. You must ensure that these journals are of high reputation. Avoid publishing articles in predatory journals. You can find out more about predatory journals in Bear's list of potential predatory journals and publishers. As an early researcher, you can start publishing from Journal Impact Factor Quartile Q4, Q3, and then as you enhance your publication skills, you can proceed to Q2 and Q1 as the case may be. What I do when I'm writing an academic article is to structure my articles into various sections and subsections. First of all, you must have a clear and concise title. After that, then you have your abstract. After you have written your abstract, then you focus on your keywords. The essence of these keywords is to enable your readers to identify your work, so that when they key in these specific keywords, your article will be among the top articles that appear in the first page of this database. Then your introduction. A lot of students and early researchers and even advanced researchers find it difficult to write a very impactful introductory section. When you're writing an introduction, think about it as a general background of your entire work. In this section, you'll be able to convince your reader that your work is of high relevance. The theoretical and the practical gap must be clearly stated. The theoretical and the practical implication must be clearly highlighted. After that, you proceed to your literature review. Literature review is not about reporting previous work. Literature review is about critical arguments, critiquing what has been done, what has not been done, and where your research comes into play. You must clearly show your readers that you have reviewed relevant articles within your field. During my days of postgraduate study, my supervisor advised me to reference articles within the last 5 years. By doing so, you are able to keep in touch with recent publications and also understand the emerging trends. After you have developed a critical literature review, then you begin to focus on your research methodology. There are different methods of conducting research, and you must ensure that you are aware of the protocol that is required in each of these methodologies. The methodology section should be clearly articulated and it should be quite comprehensive in order to convey the method that you use to actualize the aim of your research. In the research methodology, you also need to state clearly the analysis technique that you use to analyze the data that you collected during your research. After you've analyzed your data, you will begin to discuss your results. You need to compare your results with other results in the discussion section to show how different your work is from the existing body of knowledge. This is very important, and for your information, your result must not align with previous study because there is change of context, change of location. But you should master the way you interpret and discuss your results. And then conclusion. Your conclusion should not be very lengthy. Your conclusion should be concise to conclude what you have already discussed in your article. There are other sections which are optional, including acknowledgements and supplementary data. Ensure that your references are up to date and all in-text citations should be represented in the reference list. Research is ongoing, so you need to search, read, and write repeatedly. There are several materials online. There are several softwares to help you throughout your research. There are so many databases you can refer to, and even some AI. We know about the ChatGPT and the BARD. So these are useful resources that you could use throughout your research. Also, endeavor to use referencing softwares like EndNote. Also use some proofreading softwares like Grammarly. And all the resources that you will know will help you to be productive in your research. Ensure that you use these softwares for brainstorming and to make your writing more impactful. Then after you have done that, then we're going to go into details how to write a very interesting topic or title for your research. And once you have an interesting title, then the next thing you want to do is to write an abstract. Thank you for listening, and this is the end of my webinar, and I hope to give you another interesting webinar, part 2, Publication Success, Essential Guides, part 2.